What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, before we get started, as always, I just want to say thank you, God, for another day and another opportunity. Now, as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I'm going to be showing y'all how to create the top 3 best point guard builds in NBA 2K23 on next gen. Now, all 3 of these point guard builds are also going to apply to last/past gen. And right here, as you can see, I'm going to be coming at y'all with the 3-point shot creator, inside out score, and a 2-way 3-point shot creator build, all out of the point guard position. And we're going to make these builds completely different. So going into build number 1, I'm going to bring y'all the inside out score. And with this build, we're going to be able to get 80 badges, make this build at the height of 6'9". When it comes down to the weight, I'm going to be going with 185. And then for the wingspan, I'm going to go with 7'4". Now, when it comes down to the actual breakdown of this build, I'm going to get started with the physicals. Now, for my speed and acceleration, I'm going to max both of these out. Go with the 71 strength. Now, for the vertical, bring this up to a 75. And just a little hint, this is going to allow us to get pro contact dunks out of this build. Now, for the stamina on all 3 of them, I would make it to at least a 90 when it comes down to these builds. But as for the defensive end, to get started, I'm going to go with an 87 for my block, 85 for the steal. Then for the perimeter defense, I'm going to go with an 86 and an 84 for my interior. And right there, we get a total of 20 badges on the defensive end. Now, once we go ahead and get into the playmaking, we're going to go with the 76 speed with the ball, 87 ball handle, 75 pass accuracy, and right there, we get another 20 badges unlocked. Now, with all 3 of these builds, I'm going to be sure to show y'all the badge layout at the end, so you have an idea of what these builds are going to be able to do, and also an idea of what I feel like is going to be the best badge count for all 3 of the builds. Now, when it comes down to the shooting, we're going to get 22 badges, 85 for my 3-pointer. Now, once we go ahead and get into the finishing, make sure that you go with at least an 84 and above driving dunk. That right there will give us the pro contact dunks, and we get 18 finishing badges in total. Now, when it comes down to the badges that I'm actually looking at out of the defensive area, we get out of tier 2 gold challenger, as well as chased on artists with silver clamps. Then when it comes down to tier 3, I'm happy that we get anchor on silver. Now, for the playmaking, we actually get some pretty good badges. Now, the ones that I'm looking at here are going to be unpluckable on gold, quick first step, vice grip, as well as hyperdrive. Pretty good setup, especially with silver handles for days. Then once we go ahead and get into the shooting, the badges that I look in favor are going to be mini magician on gold, catch and shoot, and then also we're able to get blinders and limitless range on silver. Now, when it comes down to the finishing, I feel like this completes the build. We're able to get pro touch on Hall of Fame, also get gold, limitless takeoff, and then also silver fearless finisher. Now, once we go ahead and get into the actual takeovers, this is really going to allow this build to do a lot of different things that we would not be able to do. So with the takeovers being taken into consideration, with buying your own boost, which is at least a +4, we'll be able to get a 99 3-point shot, interior defense, perimeter, block, as well as our steal. Now, we get the shot creating, sharp shooting, lockdown, and the rim protecting takeover. The first one that I would consider is either going to be limitless range or perimeter badge drop. Now, I'm going to go with both of these, limitless range being my first takeover. And let's go ahead and check out this build name. As y'all can see, at number 1, we have created the inside out scorer. Now, I'm telling y'all, we get pro contact dunks, pro dribble moves. We're 6'9" on this build with 80 badges. Then we have 4 of the best and most overpowered takeovers in the game. Now, for my core badges, I did go with silver posterizer, gold catch and shoot. Then when it comes down to the playmaking, this comes down to your own preference, and I'm going to be honest with you, as long as you pick any of the tier 3 gold badges, that's going to be perfect. And then for my tier 3, on my defensive badge, I did core anchor. Now, from here, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next build, but be sure to let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about the badge setup as well as this first build that I brought to y'all? Now, coming up at number 2, I'm going to bring out the 3-point shot creator. Now, this one is going to be more of a true point guard build. 6'3", 6'11" wingspan, and we're going to be able to get all of the elite contact dunks, elite pro dribble moves, then we're also going to be able to get some of the best takeovers in the game. Now you can already see that this build moves much faster from the previous. Now before we get any further into this build, be sure to go ahead and comment down below. Where are you tuning in from watching today? And I most definitely got y'all with a response, and I would highly appreciate that. But man, more so than anything, be sure to go ahead and share this video with your family and friends. Smash that like button. Now let's go ahead and get started. We make this build at the height of 6'3", 170 for the weight with a 6'11 wingspan. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and get into the actual breakdown of the attributes. So when it comes down to the physicals, I'm going to go with an 82 speed as well as my acceleration, 83 when it comes down to my vertical, and a 91 or a 90 for the stamina. Now once we go ahead and get into the breakdown of the finishing, go with the 93 driving dunk. Then when it comes down to the driving layup, this is going to be a 77. Now on this build, I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, the fact that we're able to get elite contact dunks and every single pro dribble move unlocked, going further into each season as well, makes this, in my opinion, the best offensive point guard build. That's why I had to go ahead and put this at number 2 on this list. Now as you can see with the shooting, we did get an 89 3-pointer, 75 for the mid-range with an 83 free throw. That gives us 22 badges, and then for the playmaking, we get that 94 ball handle, 90 speed with ball, 75 pass accuracy. Then for the defensive end, I feel like we're going to be perfectly okay, especially if you buy boost. You'll be able to bring your steal and your perimeter defense up into the 80s. Now right there, we get 15 badges for the defensive end, 20 plus when it comes down to the playmaking. Then we also have great physicals on this build as well. Now as far for the badge counts that we do get, I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the most complete true point guard builds in my opinion. Now if you want to change anything about this build, you definitely can do so, but considering buying boost as well as with our takeovers, you're going to be able to get a few different 99 overall stats. Now some of those are going to be the driving dunk, 3-point shot, the ball handle, as well as our speed with ball. Now for everybody who is not aware, you should really consider, if you buy your own boost, that's at least a +4. Now if you run with teammates that do have on floor general, that's another +4. And then when takeovers are activated, if you pick 2 separate takeovers, they both give you a +10 put towards that certain area of the build. Now as you can see, we also do get the playmaking takeover, sharpshooting, shot creating with the slashing. So the first one that I'm going to go with is going to be the limitless range. Second one, to be more overall, I would have to say finishing moves is really going to help you out on the inside. But if you wanted to, you definitely can go with pull-up precision. Now when it comes down to this build, I'm telling you, the best true point guard out of all 3 if you're looking at the heights, the weights, the wingspans. But as you can see, at number 2, we have created the 3-point shot creator build. Now, I have brought y'all the 6'9 build, brought y'all the 6'3. The final one that I'm going to be bringing y'all will be a 6'8, but before that, I have to go ahead and get into these badges. So as you can see, I did go with Pro Touch as well as Limitless Takeoff. Then we're able to get Gold Posterizer as our core badge. Now out of the shooting, we get 4 gold badges to use as well as Silver Limitless Range. When it comes down to the playmaking, I feel like we have everything that we need. Then I feel like for the defensive end, this was the perfect build in order to spread the wealth. And I feel like for the badges that I did pick, this is going to be a perfect setup to work with. Now going further with this build, I'm telling you, with the takeovers that you pick, this is really going to put it over the top. But now coming in at number 3, the 2-way 3-point shot creator build. One of the best, if not the best, 6'8 point guard builds that I have made and seen this year. Now we're going to be able to get the shot creating takeover, also get the playmaking, lockdown, and the rim protecting. Now this build has elite defense and some of the best 99 stats that you're going to be seeing. Now before we get any further into the final build on this list, if you have not done so already, be sure to smash that like button. Let me know in the comments, what did y'all think about that second build, the 3-point shot creator? And if you genuinely enjoy these top 3 build videos, I most definitely will upgrade it and start bringing y'all top 5, top 7, even top 10 if you really want it. Now overall, the gameplay of this third build, I'm telling you, one of my favorite because we're able to fade, shoot from deep, play elite defense, and then when it comes down to the dribble moves, I think this build is going to have everything that you want. Now you're able to play big and also play a guard, so that's going to be the best thing about it. Now let's go ahead and get started by putting this build under the point guard position. Now when it comes down to the actual height, weight, and wingspan, I'm going to be making this build at the height of 6'8". When it comes down to the weight, I'm going to go with 230, and then for the wingspan, I'm going to go with 7'6". Now, if you have seen or made any of these builds yourself, go ahead and let me know in the comments if I made it differently from what you are used to seeing, or if you're looking to make any adjustments towards these builds. Now, let's go ahead and get started with the breakdown of the finishing. Normally, I would go with the physicals, but I'm telling you, you're really going to be excited about this final build. Now, one of the things that I can say, when it comes down to the badge counts on all three of these builds, going to be a perfect setup to start out with. Now, when it comes down to the finishing, this is pretty overall a super balanced build. Didn't go too high with the driving dunk or the driving layup. I feel like we went perfectly with being able to get 12 badges. Now, for the shooting, we're able to get 18 and 83 pointer. Then when it comes down to the playmaking, we're able to get Hall of Fame quick first step with that 89 ball handle, 77 speed with ball. And then when it comes down to the defensive end, out of all three of these builds, this defense is going to be super elite compared to the previous two. Now, I'm going to go with an 86 interior, 88 perimeter, 85 for my steal with a 93 block. Now, when it comes down to the defensive rebound, I'm going to bring this up to a 70, and that gives us 25 badges. Now, for the physicals, I'm going to go with an 81 speed, 75 for my acceleration. Now, for my strength, I brought this up to an 82, 80 for my vertical, and then to wrap it up, I did go with a 90 stamina. Now, we get 77 badges on this build, and with the takeovers as well as bind boost, we'll be able to have the potential to get a 99 block, steal, interior and perimeter defense, ball handle, free throw, and 3-point shot. Now, with this build, if you're looking to make any changes, make sure you do it after we create the actual build name. Now, with all three builds on this list, the inside out scorer, the 3-point shot creator, and the two-way 3-point shot creator, these are going to be some of the best setups to start out with. Whether you're looking to make the build exactly how I brought it to y'all today or make your own adjustments, I think you're in store for three of the most best and toxic point guard builds that you will be seeing all year. Mark my words, I'm telling you right now. But if you enjoyed it, man, I would really appreciate it if you went ahead and dropped a like at this moment. But as you can see, we get the shot creating takeover, also get the playmaking, lockdown with the rim protecting. Now, all of these takeovers are going to play a huge effect on which stats you're going to be able to get to 99 overall. Now, for my liking, I would definitely have to say, if you're looking to go with a 99 ball handle and speed with ball, go with picking first a playmaking takeover. Now, if you don't care for that, go with one of the lockdown takeovers, or you can double up on this side as well. Now, first, I would consider going with perimeter badge drop, or you can change it up to going with the playmaking or even the shot creating takeover. I'm going to leave it as is. Now, let's go ahead and check out the build to make sure we made it correctly. And as y'all can see, at number 3 on this list, we created the two-way 3-point shot creator build. And this is honestly the best out of all three if you're looking for a more well-rounded build. Now, when it comes down to the badges, a few main ones that I'm looking at for the defense are going to be Hall of Fame chase down artist, gold anchor, as well as gold challenger. Now, for the playmaking, we also get Hall of Fame quick first step, as well as killer combos, silver handles for days, and even clamp breaker. Now, I'm telling you, as we go further into this build, the stats and as well as the badges only continue to get better. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to go ahead and let me know in the comments. I would highly appreciate that. And if you have any builds yourself or a certain video that you want to see, be sure to go ahead and let me know in the comments as well, because I'm always checking them, and I most definitely got y'all with the latest and the greatest. But man, if you made it to the end, I appreciate y'all, and I just want to say thank you for your support, and more so than anything, thank you God for another day and another opportunity. But with all that being said, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications, because I'm uploading every single day, and y'all definitely don't want to miss the content that I got in store for y'all. Smash that like button. And with all that being said, man, thank you again. God bless y'all. And I got one last thing to say. Rich out.